welcome. So happy to have you here with me today for Gen X Memories. Yes, indeed, the time we look back at the 60s and 70s, maybe some 80s, and talk about things and what it was like to grow up as a Gen X. But of course, if you're a millennial or a boomer, you're welcome also, because you can share the differences, or ask questions. What was this like? Or in the case of my mom, when she joined, set us straight. Okay, so and there she is. Welcome, Christine in the house, which is Mumsy in the house. So I've got the next chapter in the book about my childhood that started. Chalet in the house with your grandson. Hi. I forgot his name. I'm sorry. I have a block on that name. But he's such a cutie pie. I get to see him on the YouTube videos, and certainly a cutie pie. You can call him that. Or would he not like to be called a cutie pie? Talon. Hi, Talon. Hi. So, yeah, the chapter's not finished and it's just started, but it's about shopping. And so we can, jump over to just shame on me. Oh, for forgetting the name. Yeah. Okay. You guys know how I love Post-it notes. Chalet. Talon. Post-it note. Oh, shoot. Just a minute. Okay, there. Now I won't forget it again. And Fox and Lola. Hi, Fox. Hi, Lola. Now I got to take this down right, Fox and Lola. Is one of them the blind kitty? Fox and Lola. Droppies. Yeah, dropsies. Okay, there it is. Done. They're at school. Ah, okay. Oh, I see. Those are also your grandkids? And but they're at school. And you just have Talon with you. Okay. 3 cats and a dog. Of course, for anyone who doesn't know, I've got 2 dogs and 9 cats. All right. So let's go. Yes. Read this. It's really short. Like I said, it's only a few paragraphs that have started. So 9. Whoa. Cat lady. Yes, I embrace it now. For many years, I only had 3 cats. And no, 3 cats does not make a cat lady. Now I am officially a cat lady. So, dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Word document. Let's make it page width. Alrighty. Okay. So let's read through this and then we can share about our own experiences. All right. In the 60s and early 70s, my mom would take me on seasonal shopping excursions. At least once a year, we would drive across the bay to the Buster Brown's shop. It was full of racks of shoes, just waiting for me to pick my favorite ones. The shoe salesman would use a special device to measure the length and width of my feet. I would wait with anticipation as he disappeared into the back of the shop, only to return carrying a box. He would unwrap the tissue and reveal shiny black shoes or shiny white ones. He would take each foot in his hand as he sat on a special stool in front of me and put the shoes on my feet. Then it was time to test the shoes. I would walk around the store to see if they fit right. If they were a bit too tight, but the next size up was too loose, he would disappear again to stretch the smaller pair until the shoes fit perfectly. Easter and Christmas were the 2 times every year that my mom would take me to Union Square in San Francisco. In 1972, when I was 6 years old, a new BART, Bay Area Rapid Transit, station opened in Fremont, just to the north, adding another special layer to the biannual trip. Having been told the train would go under the bay to San Francisco, I was fully expecting to see fish and maybe even a shark. I was so disappointed to discover that it was actually a tunnel and you couldn't see anything. Of course, shopping at Union Square instantly took my mind off of this. So that's all I've written in this chapter so far. But some of the other things I have listed here in my notes to talk about was shopping at the Gap, which I looked up and it opened in 1969 in San Francisco. So it was kind of a Bay Area thing before it went nationwide. Making buttons. You remember growing up and you had that press? We'll look it up on Google. You would make those buttons and you draw something on paper and then make a button. Brown corduroys. There was like all the rage when I was like in 6th grade. And I'll tell you the story. And let me see if you guys, let me check for comments. Mom and I agreed on lunch only when clothes shopping. Aha, nice. So you had that element of having lunch. And my mom remembers those days. All right. Shoes were never a problem until those awful black leather patent ones. Exactly. Button making. Yes, you remember. So, okay, let's do button making. Then I'll tell you the story about the corduroys. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen. And first, just let me get Google. Let me get a tab open here. I'll say 1970s button making machine. Okay. Yeah, that's it. So let me share the screen. Chrome tab, share audio is on. Okay. So there we go. This is the button making machine. And in fact, I can show you some of these kinds of buttons. Let me get where I can see. So I have this like jacket that does have all kinds of buttons. So it was a perky. I used to work at Perco's restaurant, and so I have a perky day. There's one with the Flintstones, one with a harp seal on it. A lot of these are from concerts. Here's a handmade one. Walking in the Light. Youthquake 1989 and stuff. So let me hang this back up. So yeah, we used to love making buttons, and especially it's almost like having bumper stickers, but you could make them yourself. That makes me think of Shrinky Dinks. Remember Shrinky Dinks? Shrinky Dinks images like this. So You'd get this package with this like clear plastic, but it's a special kind of plastic. And you would draw something on it, and then you put it in the oven and bake it, and it ends up shrinking. And if you made a hole in it when you cut it out, then you could like put a string through it or something. Remember those? Shrinky dinks. Okay, the brown corduroy story. So of course, they probably had a little bit of flair to them. For anybody who doesn't know, there's brown corduroy pants. So there's some examples of brown corduroy pants. The cuts are like a little bit more fashionable now, it looks like. Let me see what happens if I put 70s. Okay, well, you can see there's a lot of different. Look at that. That's the pants. A little bit of flare at the bottom. Brown corduroys. From the Gap, right? So there was a Gap at Eastridge Mall, and I think we went there. If I'm not mistaken, Mom, you can correct me. And bought them for my school, for part of my school clothes. And so I must have been like 11 years old, starting 6th grade. Maybe 5th grade, but I think 6th grade. Bell bottoms, yes. So the bell bottoms are like really big, and then the flares are just, where it gets wider a little bit. And so I was so excited. Now you got to remember, back then you didn't have social media. So if you wanted to see your friends, you had to like go out the front door and like ring the bell on their house or whatever. And I don't know if I went to their houses first or if I knew they were like at the park that was at the end of the street. But I ended up running to the park so I could show my friends my new brown corduroys that were my school clothes. And like, we hadn't had the first day of school yet, right? I was wearing them early, and I tripped and I fell. And I think I still have a scar on my knee. So there was like asphalt there was like a little path that was asphalt, and I tripped and fell, and I didn't even care. It was okay. I'm telling you, I still to this day have a scar because that injury on my knee, that gash on my knee from the asphalt, was pretty serious. I don't know if it had stitches, Mom. If you can, you probably don't even remember because it probably didn't impact you like it impacted me. And the reason it impacted me is because I didn't care about my knee. I cared about my bell bottom, the corduroy pants, that my friends hadn't even seen them yet. And I tore a hole in the knee, So I'll definitely write about that story. Let me see what else is next on that list here. In my little notes, tube tops. Okay. Tube tops and embroidered denim shirts. I actually have one embroidered denim shirt, but I'm not sure exactly where it is, so I'm not going to like go dig it out. But okay, back over here. Tube tops. Ta-da! Tube tops were all the rage. But if your breast size was a little too big, then it didn't really work as well. It worked better if you weren't too big. But it's just stretchy fabric that only covered your breasts. So your shoulders and your stomach were both exposed. So tube tops, very popular. Embroidered denim shirts. So there you go. You get yourself a denim shirt, And then you would have like these iron-on patterns. And so you would iron on the lines, and then you would take embroidery string and needle, and a needle, and you would embroider these yourselves. And so that's what my mom and I did when we were like watching TV. You'd sit. So we did crocheting. We did decoupage. We did macrame. That's like another chapter, is like all the crafts and stuff that we did. I figured that could be like a whole chapter, but this is like shopping. So, it's clothes. Maybe it's shopping and fashion, I think is the chapter. So that's why clothes are in there as well. What's next on here? T-shirts with iron-ons. Iron-ons. T-shirts with iron-ons. There you go. 1970s, man. You had you had entire shops dedicated to nothing but iron-ons. Oh, look at this, Mom. Roadrunner. Roadrunner rules. Give Chevys the bird. Yeah. And like these shops, okay, so yeah, you could get a thing like this that you could buy iron-ons and then just literally put it on your t-shirt, use an iron, but if you went to one of these shops or press, they had like a big machine that would press it on the t-shirt. Look at this. The Fonz, I'm a pepper, I'm a stupid, keep on trucking. So 70s. Oh well. Press machine. But yeah, you'd go to a store and they would all have just rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of what you could get ironed on. Here it is. Like this big square thing. So they would put it on there, put the t-shirt there and then put the iron on and then close it down. And then after a minute or whatever, they'd give you your t-shirt. See what you guys are saying. Oh, yes. So t-shirt with iron-ons. Brownie uniforms. This is something we had to go shopping for. Brownies. Did they sell them at Sears, Mom? Didn't they sell brownie uniforms at Sears? Uniforms. There you go, brownies. Ah, this one. This was my brownies and Girl Scouts. Like this, just exactly like this. And then we get all our patches for doing different things. Gosh, brownies and Girl Scouts was really fun. I loved it. Because I was good at it. I loved it because I was good at it, right? Some of there's still some of those places for iron-ons. Okay, cool. Oh, you can still smell it. I know. There was a certain smell in those shops. And yeah, from the polyester or something. Oh yeah, yes, they did for Sears. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you remember me. Yeah, because of course she remembers me being in the Girl Scouts because I always won the like prize contest, or whatever, the recognition of selling the most Girl Scout cookies, because this was before anyone else did this. I mean, now it's like almost like a joke, but back then, I mean, my mom took the order sheet to work and got all her coworkers, and I mean, and she worked at like the credit center for Sears, and it was a huge office, and everybody would buy the girls, would order, a box or two of the Girl Scout cookies. And so I would always get the patch or whatever for selling the most cookies. Sales girl. Yeah. And then plus going door to door to my neighbors and things like that, and asking my relatives and whatever. And I did all that too. But Michael, hey, Michael in the house. Great to have you here. So we're just talking about, growing up Gen X, and you're certainly welcome to be part of the conversation. I think you're a millennial, but you can say how things compare. You might want to go back, if you haven't already, later and watch last night's live, Are You Ready to Ramble? Because we really went through a lot of news stories that supported or like talked about issues that were raised on that Economist cover. Chalet, my dad would take stuff to work to sell for me too. Yeah. We were so lucky. And so we were just talking about Girl Scouts. Were you ever part of Boy Scouts, Michael? Or is that something, I mean, is that even a thing anymore? You'll check it out. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it, because we talk about a broad, a lot of different subjects, but a lot of them, we were going through the news. Good parents. Yes. Chalet and I both had good parents, and Mabel. And I did have a message yesterday in the comments from Lemoyne that he hasn't been feeling good lately. And so he just didn't wake up in time. Maybe he's taking some medicine that knocked him out at night or whatever, and he didn't wake up. But so keep him in your prayers that he feels better. No, I wasn't in the Boy Scouts. Okay. That's all right. Jump rope for heart. You did, and you won. Ah, nice. Did you do double Dutch? That was always fun. I loved jumping rope when I was young. And then my son was into boxing, and so I paid like a discount rate to just kind of do a little bit of workout so I would take him for his boxing lessons, and then I would just work out a little bit, and so I learned some punching and stuff to punch the punching bag and everything. But that skipping rope now, it's like I'm tired like that, what the heck? But when we were younger, we could just go on and on and on and on forever. Yeah, we had to do it for hours. Oh, for the jump rope for heart thing. And that makes me reminds me of wasn't it muscular dystrophy that had marathons? And I mean, it wasn't like a full, however long a real marathon is, but it was like a walking thing. And so you would get pledges from people that they would say, okay, 50 cents a mile or 25 cents a mile or $1 a mile. And however many miles that you walked, then they would, then you would go back and collect the pledges, because people were pretty like honest back then. They didn't like, if they signed up as a pledge for something, they did it, So let me see what else here is on my list. The first communion dress. So I mean, I'm pretty sure I've shown you guys a picture of me in my first communion dress, but just for on here, first Holy Communion dress. Let's see what comes up. There you go. So it's like a little mini wedding dress that you wear for your first Holy Communion, which is in the Catholic Church when the first time you get to take the wafer. And you have to go to this like Sunday school thing, catechism. It's called catechism. And you go once a week or whatever for a month or two. And you learn all the different things. You know, you learn how to say the Hail Mary, and you learn this and you learn that about the Catholic faith. And then you get to have, you know, it's a big ceremony when you have your first Holy Communion. And so going shopping for that, Mom, do you remember there was like did laps around track and field, not like today. Who did? Oh, well, yeah, some of those walkathons were laps around, but I remember some that were like on streets, on city streets. But anyway, do you remember being like a little kid and in the car in the little blue Opel? I remember it was a section of freeway that was lower, and then there was like a high you know, like a retaining wall, because the city was up high, like so like they dug down to make the freeway, so that way, instead of having an overpass, the regular street was just going straight because the road was down below. And I think in that same area there was a mall. I think this little Catholic shop where you could buy rosaries and the communion dresses and the little you know, books and jewelry and things that had to do with it. I think it was in a mall, and like Sunnyvale or something. I don't know. Please help me out. And I think my pediatrician at that time, my first pediatrician there, was around there as well. Help me out. Not like the other. And then over by the Winchester Mystery House is where there was a mall and a big Sears that was the anchor. And over there was that seafood place that we would get swordfish, Valley Fair. So Valley Fair is the one near the pediatrician and that had the Catholic shop in it. Okay, I'm going to take your word for it because you were an adult and you knew where you were going. I was just a little kid in the car. I just kind of remember some visuals. Sorry, I tried to kill that mosquito, but I missed it. I killed one earlier. I don't mind. Yes. Okay. Valley Fair. Let's look it up. It's probably spelled like this. Mall. Oh yeah, look at those ball things. Oh, okay, yeah, San Jose. So I guess it was in San Jose officially. Look at that. Look how big it was. Oh, there's the freeway. Near it. Let me check in my shit. Okay, yeah. So many times I'm like looking at things and I'm not sharing the screen. It was also close to Winchester Mystery House. Wait. Yeah, I know going to that Sears, but that's not where the Catholic one was. So if the Valley Fair one was next to, Winchester Mystery House and off of Stevens Creek, that's where we would get the brownies clothes. But the catechism one was a different place, I thought. A different, like closer to your work, that side of town, you know, because I don't know. I mean, all the little cities. That's why I'm saying Sunnyvale, San Mateo. Not San Mateo. That's too far. That, that's where you used to live. I have to like look at a map. I think it was off of Highway 17. Does that make sense? Or is this that Valley Fair? But that's down for, and the Toys R Us was down there, and the drive-in movie theaters were down there. Or this one, this Valley Fair one, and the seafood shop was down there. But the catechism one, the Catholic one for the confirmation dress, and where was my pediatrician? Because for some reason I'm thinking it was like the same exit, but you go one way for the mall and the other way for the pediatrician. Okay, so now we have to like two letters, map. Oh, I don't need to see all those. Where's okay, like this. Let me see. Mountain View, Sunnyvale. Well, Santa Clara. Right? I'm looking at this. So it was in that area, right? Seafood place was Ray Street, and Stevens Creek and Sears was across the street. Exactly. So that's Valley Fair. That's where we went and got the brownies closed, and it would get the orange slices that were covered with chocolate, or the sticks, the orange sticks with the covered in chocolate. You know what you mean? Your doctor did infants to death. I'm not sure I know what you mean. I'm not sure. But yeah, if I look at that, at this map here, see, that's Highway 17. I call it, what, it's 880 now. It's Highway 17 to me. Comes around like this, and then right here, and then it keeps going. So I'm thinking it was in that, whereas the Winchester Mystery House and stuff is down here on this side. It's down here. Right, Mom? I'm waiting for you to, from babies to elderly. Really? You don't recall the other place I'm talking about? Well, where was my pediatrician? Forget about the mall. Forget about the mall. Tell me, where was the pediatrician? I remember going there, and the nurse was nice, but she needed like a urine sample, and I didn't know what urine meant. And someone had to tell me it meant pee. And then I didn't know, like, she gave me this cup. I didn't know what I was supposed to do with it because I was so little. We need you to give us a urine sample. Here's a cup. Here you go. Here's a cup. Your mom and grandma's doctor too. Oh, you had a general. Oh, I get it. I get it. A general physician, a doctor from birth, delivering the babies, and giving care all the way until you die. You don't have separate doctors for different things. It was one doctor for everything. Yeah, that's cool. That's old school. That's good. I wouldn't recognize that area now. What was the name of that toy store that had the big nutcracker soldier thing, or toy soldier things, those big ones? It wasn't a Toys R Us. It was something else, wasn't it? I can look it up. If you give me the name, I'll look it up. Yeah, a general practitioner. 1970s toy store, San Jose. There it is. Boom. Magic Village. See the big soldiers? It was huge. It was this huge toy store. Oh my gosh, bigger than Toys R Us. I mean, Toys R Us was always fun, but this one, here you go. You can see how big it is, right? And oh, what now? It's turned into a Chuck E. Cheese now. Cool, but there's a freeway right there. So when you were going on the freeway and going past it, it was like a huge landmark because you'd see those soldiers in these three columns. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So now it's a Chuck E. Cheese. But this is what it was like back then. Magic Village. I mean, my mom didn't take me there a lot, but we drove by it a lot, you know. I mean, Toys R Us was like big. Oh, look at that. That's Eastridge Mall. I totally recognize it. And if you're Gen X, you grew up going to the malls. That was a good mall. They had the Spencers. They had the ice skating. Oh, look, there's a Fredericks of Hollywood. Eastridge Mall, circa 1970. Macy's. So 70. That is like so iconic for the 70s. 3 floors. Isn't that amazing? What are we saying? Just wow. Okay. All right. Stevens Creek, San Jose. What does that say? Is that Sam? It's not Sambo's. That wouldn't fit. Safeway. Oh, it's a Safeway. Safeway grocery store. What, Mom, you're saying it looks like this now? I wouldn't recognize that. Yeah, kitty, kitty. Stevens Creek Boulevard. What's this? Junipero Sierra. Junipero. He was like a monk, not a monk, but like a father, you know, in the robe and stuff way back in the day. Junipero Serra Freeway, 280. That's 280. There's Stevens Creek Boulevard. The Lawrence Expressway. Did that ever have a number, or was that just what it was called, the Lawrence Expressway? But freeways, I mean, we grew up. I mean, did you guys grow up with having freeways? Because I think like people in the 50s didn't really have freeways. In the 60s, I don't know, maybe they were in construction. But by the 70s, I mean, freeways were a thing. Well, the mall I was showing was Eastridge. Yeah. Going back now. Still didn't tell me where that pediatrician was. Because you said I wouldn't recognize what the Stevens Creek area would look like. This. Oh, it's too small. Just everything's. Oh, and that's where Apple is. Huh. All right. So what do you guys remember? Tell me something you want me to look up. I mentioned Sambo's. you guys remember Sambo's? I think it's like, yeah, the restaurant. So messed up that they got shut down, okay? Because you look here, like at this one, it's an Indian boy. The people that started Sambo's in San Bernardino, is that the, no, wait, no, Santa Barbara, S&B. And then they franchised, right? The franchise people turned it into like this little black boy thing, right? And then everybody got all into like, you know, that it was racist. See, because like there was a different Sambo, right? This is Sambo Axel Grease, because it was like this black character thing. And so then people started using the black Sambo. But if you look at like these original things, it was in India. It was like Rudyard Kipling, you know. I could open a Sambo's, Mom. Nobody would care here. Well, we'll revive Sambo's in the... No, it can't, because it can't be licensed. But in Cambodia. Did I finish my thought? In Cambodia. What are you guys saying? Told you it was the opposite side of 17 by O'Connor Hospital. Get rid of that. O'Connor Hospital sounds like... That's where I wasn't born in O'Connor Hospital. I was born in the Presidio. So here's a picture. But where? Map. Macy's. Oh, that's the Valley Fair. Oh. Okay. You say so. Like I said, I wasn't driving. I thought it was in a different part of town. And where was Kaiser? See that park across the street from Kaiser? Do you remember the name of the park across from Kaiser? Kaiser Hospital, San Jose. Now it's called Kaiser Medical Center. What's the name of that park? Does this show the park? No. Looks like that park might not even be there. I want to find pictures of the park, because that park was so cool. Bob's Big Boy was good. Absolutely. Kaiser was in Santa Clara. Oh. And you sure the catechism place wasn't near? Like, wasn't more in this direction? See, look, it's all houses. It's all houses. There's no park now. Where's the park? Kylie Boulevard. Okay. Let's put Kylie Boulevard Park, Santa Clara. Central Park. Okay, wait. We'll take off map. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. Right here. You see this? Man, in the 70s, this was the coolest park. I loved it. I loved it whenever we would go there to play. You know, my mom would drive there and let me play at this park with these wooden things. You know, there's the slide in the middle. I mean, this we didn't have those bright colored plastic things. That wasn't until the 80s, right? Then the cool parks had those. But um yeah, this was like cutting edge, trendy 1970s park. It was just called Central Park. You don't call stop. I don't recall where you're talking about with the Catholic confirmation dress. You had a Mark's Big Boy. Okay, we gotta show Big Boy. A Mark's Big Boy. Okay, let me look it up. Mark's Big Boy in Iowa. Oh, it just says Big Boy. Home of the Big Boy. Big Boy. Instead of like this one says Bob's Big Boy. Oh, there it is. There you go. There you go, Chalet. Urban Milwaukee. Mark's Big Boy. It's with a C. Sorry, I wrote it with a K. But you still have this, so it's still part of the franchise with the Big Boy symbol on it. Yeah, their hamburgers were so good. So good. And their pancakes were good too. Didn't they have blueberry syrup? I don't know. Andy in the house! Andy in the house! Woohoo! Oh, you guys went in Cedar Rapids. Cool. Are you still here, Michael? Are we boring you with all this Gen X stuff? So yeah, Andy, woohoo! You'll have to replay later, like in the beginning. We talked a lot about shopping and fashion and stuff like that. What do you say, Shell? Everyone's saying good morning to each other. Okay. I'm wondering if there's a picture of the park. What was Murphy? Was it Murphy Park? Murphy Park, Milpitas. Yeah, see, this kind of stuff is later, right? I want 70s. I want 70s. Give me 70s. None of this stuff. It's not what it was like when we were growing up. Nothing. Mom, you gotta like look and see if you've got Here we go. There was a merry-go-round. No, this is Starlight Park now. It's calling it the 1960s. But we had this big swing set like this. This one has maybe 4 or 5 swings. And I used to climb. I used to pretend it was a coconut tree and climb up the edge to this little brace here and then like just sit there. Come on, I gotta have another picture. Give me another picture. No. No. Murphy Park. Wouldn't it be Murphy Park? Well, since that one was called Starlight, let me. There's that picture. All right, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Bob's Big Boy in Southern California. Woohoo! Yes, we talked about Sambos. You just missed us talking about Sambos. But Sambos and Bob's Big Boy, or in Chalet's case, Mark's Big Boy, you know, classic American diner. I mean, step up from not the little diners like Flo's Diner kind of thing, or Alice's Diner. I mean, not that size diner. That's more like a 50s diner. But the next step up from that, I would still think it might be called a diner though, right? Oh, Andy, is there still a Bob's Big Boy in Southern California? And if so, where? And you know what? Just give me a second here. While you guys are chatting, I didn't turn on the like share. I mean like to save so we'll find out if I need to like the live chat replay, if that option can be added in the middle, like right now, or if it can only be added like before the live starts. I don't know, but I'm gonna turn it on. Customization. Oh, the check mark is already there. Okay, good. And then we're good. One park in Anaheim had. Oh wait. Let me go back. So Chalet saying that the big boy restaurants were the best. They would give you chocolate syrup to add to your milk to mix yourself. Sure. One park in Anaheim had a tower shaped like a rocket made of steel rods so we could look through the slat. Scary if you were little. Let me just go 70s playgrounds. So yeah. Oh, was it like this one? Here's a rocket. Look at this slide. Can you imagine? This would be like so illegal right now, because people could fall off it and get hurt so easily. But your typical merry-go-round. Or here's another rocket one like this. Aw, that's cute. See, they were made of metal because they hadn't like started these yet. Now this says 1970s, but it's got to be the end of the 70s because they were like rare to see until by the 80s they were very common. Oh, look. Oh, it's kind of small, but it says playgrounds in the 70s and 80s we had to be tough, Gen X. Oh my gosh, this looks fun. Look at that. Oh, that looks so fun. I don't think I had one of these, but I can imagine that looks so fun. And then look at that. And then there's teeter-totters. I mean, when we had playgrounds like this, we learned about gravity. We learned about, science became common sense, I mean, oh, and now everybody's talking about Sambos. And the story was on the wall. And for anyone who doesn't know the story, you've got the little boy, and he's being chased by a tiger, and he starts running around the tree, and the tiger's chasing him around the tree, and the tiger turns into butter. And that's the butter that you get on your pancakes. That's the short story. Yeah, especially for Sambos for breakfast, amazing. Next to the market, the rocket looked like that. No slide, but at least one more level up. Yeah, we had all the cool stuff, man. And the boomers, poor mom, she didn't have playgrounds. WG. I'm not sure if that's a typo or if it's initials for something. We didn't have playgrounds when you were growing up. Of course, you had to have playgrounds. You had to have basic playgrounds. Growing up, you had streets and open fields. Okay, then. And you grew up in Massachusetts? Maybe? Because they'd already left Sackett's Harbor, right? I don't know. East Coast. She grew up on the East Coast as a little kid. Look it up. Okay, I'm going to look up Sambo's? Sambo's breakfast? Oh, to see the pictures of the breakfasts? There you go. Or look up the story. Man. Well, I hate eggs like that. But like this, scrambled eggs, hash browns, bacon, pancakes, butter sliding off. This must be in the South because those look like hush puppies. Maybe they're just muffins. Those could be muffins. What do you mean look up the story? You want the story? Oh, biscuits and gravy. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's 10 o'clock at night and you're making me hungry. What are you guys saying? No, your mom's. Look up your mom's era. Okay. Yeah, now we're all getting hungry. Christine, we played in the street in nearby fields and we didn't need a park. Yeah. Well, I had the park I was showing you, but there was a big open grass field and we did play in the street in front of our house as well. Okay. 1950s playgrounds. So you had swings. All right. Oh, remember these hoopy things? So I grew up with this kind. This was at my park as well. And you had just like, were these monkey bars? And then these ring ones. Totally grew up with that stuff. Look at this. This is my grandmother's age. So mom, you can't tell me that like maybe they discontinued these. But can you imagine? That looks so fun. Look at this guy on the swing. Going so hot. Look at it. Look at right there, right here. That's got to be a strong swing set. We used to get as high as we could and then jump out. Whoosh! We had sand. Whereas that wooden playground that I showed you had tan bark. I'll show you tan bark in a minute. Let's see if there's anything else. Basic swing set. Check that out. That's pretty cool. Anything that we could climb on. Merry-go-rounds. That's a big merry-go-round. Seesaws, teeter-totter. Well, see, a seesaw is a teeter-totter, right? Look at this one. They're all swinging around like a maypole. Let's run around and just swing. And the name of the article is The Dangerous Playgrounds of the Past. That's what's dangerous. That looks great. And you can kind of like bumper car it too. Oh, Shakey's Pizza was the only pizza chain. Yeah, Shakey's. Oh gosh. All our pup and taco became Taco Bell. Okay. Yeah, I remember our Taco Bell. Okay, I'm gonna get through all of them. So let me get like this. So it actually looked Mexican back in the day, right? And so this is the Taco Bell I grew up with. In fact, it was one of my first jobs. It wasn't the first job, but it's one of my jobs. I worked at this Taco Bell. What else did we have here? Looks like your old park. Oh, you didn't have that? I know. I mean, weren't some of those look cool? Okay, Shakey's Green Monster Pop. Pizza and old movies and a piano pizza window. And you had a Taco Kid. See if we can find that real quick. Taco Kid. Ah, Taco Kid. Look at that big sombrero. Big sombrero and big mustache. Oh, but it has that same look though, doesn't it? Oh, Taco Kid, Taco Boy. Nice. Shakey's. Oh, okay. Well, I searched that one before. No. There we go. So that's the outside. Shakey's Pizza Parlor. Nice. Ye Public House. I wonder if anybody's got the inside. Certainly a lot of them. Shakey's Pizza, 70s. Didn't they all have a horse? Oh, look. It's like Farrell's. Remember Farrell's dresses like this, but Shakey's Pizza also did in the straw hat. That's good stuff. There's some kids. There's some Gen Xers getting their birthday party pizza. This must be the birthday party boy because he's got the hat on. There's one in color. Oh man, you guys are making me hungry. Didn't they always have the horse like that you could ride on? Look at this live band going on in Shakey's. There's a typical interior. I want to see one of the bar stools like I have. Yeah, they'd have these big long tables. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Yes, cool to see again. Only a few Taco Bell facades still around in Southern California. Yeah. How about Van de Kamp's windmill buildings for a restaurant? All righty. Oh, you're Cedar Rapids, Idaho. Okay. Van de Kamp's windmill buildings. Okay, it is a K. Ah. Check those out. I knew a Denny's that was round like that. Now, the only thing with the windmill that I know, okay, this was Arcadia. The windmill that I know is the Pea Soup Andersons on Highway 5. But talk about iconic. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. And here's one that's not on that, that's just coffee shop. Coffee shop and diners. And so pea soup Andersons. See, they also have a windmill. Look at that. Oh man. So there's green onions, ham, bacon, cheese. What's that one? Croutons. Get it served in that bread bowl. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the rideable horse, metal rideable horse for a nickel at Shakey's. Trying to think of another place. Okay, let me know. Happy Joe's, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Cedar Rapids. Is this like the new version? Is there an older version that you remember? Oh, here we go. Look at that sign there. Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream Parlor. I mean, this is still kind of new, but the sign certainly looks old. That looks like a great place to go. Not bad. They got the straw hats going on too. Got the arcades. Yeah, pizza parlors had to have arcades. Okay, so the horse. Metal horse coin ride. We'll see. There you go. There it is. Like, so everyone had to have one of these. Kiddie rides, called kiddie rides. And so look at how nice that saddle is on this one. Some of them, see, like this one doesn't have a saddle. There's nothing on that one, but or even look at, there you go. Look at that. Yeah, the saddle, the stirrups. It's not actually on the riding thing, I don't think, but must be in for repairs. This one, a whole row of them. So you can all usually there's just one. And they'd be in front of grocery stores too. Kiddie rides. Let's just go kiddie coin rides. Wow, these are new ones. Are they still in front of grocery stores? Spaceship. SpongeBob. Oh, no, here. See, this one's back in our era. The duck. Oh, wait, I should click on that one and then scroll down. Birds, ducks, kangaroo. Okay, what else you guys want to see? You had an old spring horse ride for the kids. Yes. Oh, Mumsy said she just went to Split Pea Anderson's. Oh, in Solvang. Did you get me a crock of cheese? Okay, we're gonna get to yours, Chalet. Crock of cheese Solvang. You remember these, Andy, right? Look at that. Did you get me one, Mumsy? Crock of cheese. This stuff was so good. My goodness. Yummy, yummy, yummy. It was yellow cheese, like spreadable, like almost like cream cheese, but not quite. It was like a cheddar cheese. It was yellow cheddar cheese, but spreadable like cream cheese. Oh my goodness. Good stuff. You probably didn't. Sorry. Yeah, there. Meh. Sorry. Cheese, glorious cheese. Chinese food places were called pagodas. You went to a green pagoda in Huntington Beach. Okay, but I got to do the spring horse for Chalet first. Okay. spring horse. Oh wait, that's not you're talking about this kind. I know you're talking about like. Well, these look kind of fancy. There you go. Here we go. This is the old spring horse. I had one too. Kept it for my kid. I mean, you know, kept it for mom. You guys had it. I think you guys finally decided to throw it out, right? Solving, yeah, always a great destination. Alpine flavor. Yeah, it's like that. Okay. So Green Pagoda, Huntington Beach. Green Pagoda, Huntington. Why didn't anything pop up? No, those are just real pagodas. Right? Oh, it does say Huntington Library, but that could be anywhere. Well, what, Southern California. Restaurant. There you go, Green Pagoda. All righty. Well, this one's in St. Petersburg, Florida. I don't know how far away that is from you, Chalet. The Green Pagoda. Oh, the Formosa. Did you guys, Andy, did you go to the Formosa? It's in like Hollywood, and it says the Formosa Cafe still has its swagger and a room devoted to Asian actors. Yeah, I went there a couple of times. The Formosa, it's iconic in Los Angeles. Is it on Sunset Boulevard? Now I gotta like. Los Angeles. Just give me the street. I just want to know what street. Santa Monica Boulevard. Okay. All right. What else you guys want? What else you guys want? Oh, my mom wanted to paint. Oh, wait. That's it. Talk about dangerous, but survived. Which thing did I look up for you? Oh, the spring horse. Yeah. Yeah, because if you get rocking on that too much, boom, it can like fall right over for sure. It can be dangerous. And my mom said she wanted to paint the one that I had, but she never did. Huntington Library is near Griffith Park. Okay. And talk about the good old days, great memories. Yeah, that's why we do this. Oh, yes, the Formosa, famous in lots of movies. Maybe Melrose. Oh, you were thinking the street was, yeah, I would have thought that too. Like, Sunset or Melrose, but I guess it's Santa Monica. Adjust my seating. What else, guys? Up to you. I know it's after 10 o'clock already, but do we want to keep going with restaurants, with toys? What about the old Wiener Schnitzels with the like the pointy house? How do you spell Wiener Schnitzel? Yeah, a restaurant. Oh, it's a restaurant. I guess it serves food. Put 70s in. There we go. Like this. Remember? Did you guys all have one? In the nice, cute building? I don't know what, A-frame? I guess it's an A-frame. Get them corn dog. Oh man, corn dogs. Oh, is there anyone who doesn't know what a corn dog is? Just in case. There you go. corn dogs. I should go back to images. Look at that ketchup. Blech. Mustard only. How do you guys eat your corn dogs? For me, mustard only. You know, there was one time I was like trying to make my own corn dogs and it wasn't really working. I mean, I couldn't get like the batter nice and round and everything like that. And so I just like fried the hot dog and then I made like corn patties. I made like you make pancakes, but with the corn batter. And then I on my fork, I would take a piece of the hot dog and a piece of the corn bread and eat it together, you know, dip it in mustard and eat it. And once it was in my mouth, it tasted the same. So I called it like a deconstructed corn dog. There's no way I was going to be able to like make them round like that. Wiener Schnitzel with the pointy building. And you have in Merritt Island, you have that shape. Okay. What else? What else? Are we running out of steam? What about carnivals in the 70s? And the carnival would come to town. That looks like a nice carnival. Some kind of big rides for a carnival. The zipper. You remember the zipper? Here you go. This gives you an overview for anyone who doesn't understand. So they'd come into a parking lot, or maybe a strip mall parking lot, and they set up all these rides, and you know, you'd have fun. Where's this? A Ferris wheel? Of course, a Ferris wheel. These are kind of fun. That's going way back though. This is in Manila's Disneyland, but this makes me think of Santa Cruz. I think Santa Cruz had one of these. But the zipper. There's the zipper. Loved the zipper. What other rides? I think everybody's like standing in that one. You get the centrifugal force going on. But our carnival rides were like pretty basic though too. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like all the safety things we have now. I mean, I don't know. I never felt like it was unsafe. And you had like a thing like this where you all sit with your friends. Yeah, the zipper, carnival ride, the zipper. Yeah, mustard only on a corn dog, downright un-American to put ketchup on a corn dog. Thank you. Thank you. I agree. Zipper ride, rotating cage at one point would rotate face down as it rushed you into the ground and pulled up at the last minute. Freaking great. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, goodness. The zipper. And so if anyone doesn't know, like all these cages that people are in are like rocking back and forth. Okay. Let's see. Can I watch this here? No. Okay, sure. We'll share this tab instead. All right. Wait. I didn't say stop sharing screen. I said share the screen instead. I mean, that's what I thought. And I don't think there's anything you just have to keep walking and the force of it going around, you know, makes them spin around. Yeah, cool. All right, so share this tab instead. Okay, so now we're sharing that tab instead. Yes. Yeah, I loved it. Okay, what else? What else? Did you know that in cotton candy in the UK, they call it candy floss? Cotton candy. Man, back in the day, it was like pink and blue. That was it. Pink and blue. Look at all these pretty rainbow ones now. That's so cool. It's been a long time since I've had cotton candy. Years. Oh, look at this. You can get a little cotton candy maker. Oh, how cute. Yeah, cotton candy. Oh, that's funny. That's cute. Have a family dress up as cotton candy. That's clever. I like that. What do you use? Cotton balls? Do it yourself cotton candy costume. Make real cotton candy maker. I used to have a Snoopy ice snow cone machine. There you go. There it is. I love that thing. Man, I loved it. I love ice. I love snow cones. Gosh. Remember the snow cones from the from the ice cream trucks? This one? Well, not that like this one. Right? No, where'd you go? Oh, it was like this color. That's a wallpaper. I should save the wallpaper. Oh, it's only 294. But yeah, these snow cones. Oh my gosh. Love them. Yeah, they have small ones for partying now. The cotton candy machine things, yeah? Would fit in a suitcase. Hint hint. No, I probably don't need cotton candy. It's just sugar. Sugar's not healthy. We shouldn't be eating sugar. If I had a snow cone, I mean, now the snow cone machine, that'd be fun. Of course, I just got a blender for like my housewarming party, like that I had in June. I haven't even used it because nobody wanted any like blended drinks or anything. But it's like of all the blenders, and this wasn't expensive. It was like $40. You know, um, it had like ice crusher thing. You know, I mean there were settings on it relating to ice, and I wanted to be able to make like daiquiris or pina coladas or whatever. The Helms Bakery would have panel trucks with rollout drawers for wares. He had a special horn. Loved our guy. He always gave us a free cookie or a sweet roll. Okay, let's check it out. Helmsman delivery guy. There you go. Bring back memories. Oh, nice. There's another one. Helms Deliveries. There's another one. There's that donuts. Mm-hmm. Well, look at this one. Look at this one. 1955 Helms Bakeries delivery. Okay, so yeah, that's why it's donuts. Wow. Wow. Did you know that, because I see here it says flour sacks. There's an interesting story about flour sacks. During the Depression, what is all this? Give me, what the heck? Okay, well, here you go. And it's telling the story above it. So the flour mill, so in 1939, Kansas wheat. They realized that women were using their sacks to make clothes for their children. So the mills started using flowered fabric for their sacks so the kids would have plenty of clothes. Pure kindness, the label would wash out. You know, that, I mean, that's really good. Almost brings me to tears thinking about it. But that's a good business. That's a good business. International Pastries, Lindale Mall, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The thing is, you know, the sad thing is I can't like copy. I can't copy paste. But okay. International Pastries. Am I missing a word? Is that it? Let me see your comment again. Oh, Lindale Mall. Okay. Oops. There's the Lindale Mall. Oh, do I got to go back in time? Is it still there? Or, well, Lindale Mall is, but here's the old Lindale Mall. Looks like a nice mall. Lindale Plaza Mall. Okay, so there's a Woolworths. It's a cookie place. I'm not finding the international pastries, but there's definitely Lindale Mall. Okay. International IHOP. Yeah, when we were a kid, kind of pricey but good pancakes. Absolutely. So you had Denny's, you had IHOPs, you had Bob's Big Boy, you had Sambo's. You know, whenever and they're always like on the road somewhere. So if you're making a road trip, you know, then you can stop. But for anybody who doesn't know IHOP, oh yeah, I forgot that they used to have that kind of look. Yeah, but the blue, look at that, the blue booths. And they would always have this pot of coffee. See, every table set up with a, you know, for a pot of coffee. So you had you could refill your own coffee. The thermos, they had the thermos of coffee. See now, yeah, oh yeah, here you go. So now as they used to look like the top, now they look like the bottom, but they still have a blue roof, which will be good for them if there's ever any directed energy weapons. What else we got? Holmes Bakery, International Pastries. Denny spent millions in a year for their pancake recipe, like only a few years ago. Really? Made Right Eats is where you worked in the mall in the 80s. Okay. Go back to the mall. But is it that kind of made? Like they're made right? Eats. Oh no, okay, yeah. I should have trusted you. There it is. Made right. Why did they name it like that, though? I don't get it. Because if it's made right, it's MADE. Right? But what, they also had cleaning? Well, look at this. Is that a Sloppy Joe? Did they sell Sloppy Joe's chalet? Or is it called something different? It's not quite a Sloppy Joe, is it? There's got to be a name for that. You tell me what it's called when it's like a hamburger that's not a patty, but it's just ground beef put on the bun. Made right sandwich. It's obviously, look at all these pictures of people like wanting to show like how it all falls out. It's kind of like Carl's Jr. You know, if it's not all over the place, it doesn't belong in your mouth, something like that. Not idea. Oh, no idea about why they spelled it that way. Yeah, weird. It's a Sloppy Joe without the slop. It's ground beef on a burger bun. Okay. Manwich sandwich commercials. Okay. Share this tab instead. 34 seconds. Think we won't get a copyright strike?
Number one.
Look! We won! We won! Great! Stay for lunch. I'll make sandwiches. Mom, a sandwich is a sandwich.
But a manwich is more like a meal. What's a manwich?
Sloppy Joe's with Hunt's manwich sauce. Manwich's thick sauce with tomatoes, onions, peppers makes my ground beef more of a hot, hearty meal. Here's to the team.
Here's to you. A sandwich is a sandwich, but a manwich is a meal. Body paint. Number one.
Okay. So could you guys hear? Did you guys hear that? You don't like manwich. You still make the made rights. They're the bomb. All right. Well, you got to come visit me here in Cambodia. Cross Angkor Wat off your bucket list, and while you're here, you can make me a made right sandwich. Roseanne called them loose meat sandwiches. Okay. Tom Arnold was from Iowa. Okay. So that's why it was incorporated into the show. Well, that's cool. That's really cool. You know, and that manwich commercial too. It you know, you've got the black and white people together, right? Which was how we grew up. There wasn't all of this racism stuff. You know, I don't know. The winner should turn to the camera and say, "I'm going to Disneyland." I know. Who was that? Someone like with the Chicago Bears or something? Who said that? We can look it up. Which one am I sharing? I'm sharing this one. Who said, "I'm going to Disneyland" first? Quarterback Phil Simms. I was right that it was football. In 1987, New York Giants quarterback Phil Simms was the first to say the now famous phrase after beating the Denver Broncos in the Super Bowl. It wasn't spontaneous. Could be an interesting story to look up. So, why do winners say we're going to Disney World? Because of quarterback Phil Simms. Yeah. Did he say Disneyland or Disney World? Why did I write world? Yeah, still the same answer. So it seems as though both have been said. Disney World and Disneyland. Depends on which one they're trying to promote. Is there a clip of the guy saying it? No. Oh, wait. There's a link in my description of the BeeGees. Let me just put that in here as a placeholder. And then here, I want to go. YouTube. Let's see if we can see this guy saying it. See what he said. Did he say Disneyland or Disney World the first time? Phil Collins, Philippines. What? You guys don't know? Phil Sims, is that what I said his name was? Ad. "14 years ago. Give me 1 second.
Wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are, anything your heart desires.
I muted it for a second.
I'm gonna go to Disney World.
Okay, he said Disney World. Okay. Now we know. All right, so now I gotta share this tab instead. Oh, my computer's so slow. Okay. Cool, baby. Okay. Original was Disneyland, later Disney World. Okay. We all knew it was a setup, but it was still cool. Yeah. So check this out. You see these guys? It's the BeeGees. The BeeGees in, like, I think it says 1963. Cool, baby. Cool, shell. Ice, baby. This is the BeeGees. So the link to this video is in the description. So you can go see it for yourself and like listen to the sound. Because I don't want to get a copyright straight. They're singing "Blowing in the Wind." But then you could like look closer at their faces too. And it's like, oh yeah, I can see that's Barry Gibb. That's the other Gibb. You can see it in their faces. But they're so young. Look at them. So anyway, I'll pause that. What else are we going to do? No, I did not want to go to this news story. I just want to go to Google. Yeah. So I think it's about time we can just wrap it up. Anyway, we've had fun going over all these old memories of different things. And tomorrow's a travel vlog. I have not decided where we're going to go for tomorrow. But it'll be fun for sure. And we did Asia last time, so maybe I'll do something back in the United States or in Europe, or maybe just Cambodia. The mall era was so fun. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad growing up, gotta say. Mumsy says she has fun. Andy, it's just 7:40. Having your coffee. I have some water here. That's just a Starbucks cup. But my gosh, the toffee, the pumpkin spice, and now there's toffee nut. But I can't afford it very often. But it's like $3.50, about $3.75. You know, when it's maybe $3.75 for the special seasonal ones. Good times at Maven High. That's right. That's right. We don't need Ridgeback High. Maven High. So you guys know I love you, and that love transcends time and space. So whenever you are watching and wherever you are watching, I hope you can feel my love for you. So, and some prayers for Lemoyne, and Mabel's not here, so let's make sure that we remember them real quick. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for all the friends that join, and we just pray that anybody who's not feeling well, that you just, touch them with your special healing. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, help them feel better. Give them comfort. Love and Other Indoor Sports. Is that the name of a movie? That should be. Okay. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.